Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. So you guys know that I typically prefer not to give any attention to these just wacky, zany, nonsensical anti-vegans and they're just nonsense misinformation. Yet I like to balance it out sometimes with calling someone out because people need to be put on notice that, we understand that you guys are full of crap. Not you, our audience, but these anti-vegan YouTubers. And I've talked about this person one time before, and their channel name is Vegan Deterioration. If you just look at their list of videos here, it's just humorous. I mean, this person seems to have an unhealthy obsession with freely, and furthermore likes to call out vegans for having this weird property of aging through time. And sadly, this disturbed person has made several videos about me, particularly how poorly I've aged as a vegan over the past 2 years. And what this person does is they find videos and then they pause the videos on the most unflattering still frames and try to use that as their evidence as how poorly you age. And I really don't think I look terribly bad in these two images, but these are just lame ad hominem attacks. I mean, who doesn't age over 2 years? It doesn't matter what diet you're on. I don't know how to break this simple fact to you. Secondly, I find this as a 52-year-old, which means I'm much older than the person making this video and your average YouTubers. I'm 52, so saying that a 52-year-old person looks old, it's just rather ageist, which is not shocking. That's just kind of par for the course for these anti-vegans. They're just full of hate. And I could cherry pick photos of myself too, and I could pick photos that were actually photographs, not stills from videos. And here's one from 2018 and one from just 2 nights ago, 2020. I don't think I've aged all that poorly from age 50 to age 52. And in another complete nonsensical video that this person made about me last year, she said it's my vegan diet, nothing about me being over the age of 50 that's causing my hair to be thin, even sort of making me bald.
I'm not going to listen to him about hair. I don't want my hair to look like this. And especially if you already have good results and you go vegan and your hair is getting thin, and then you click on this vegan that has super thin hair. Meanwhile, you're looking in the mirror and your hair is becoming less and less and it's starting to look like his. And you're a woman in your 20s and your hair is starting to look like this.
I mean, that's just so ridiculous. Is this some kind of argument as to why veganism is a fail? First of all, I didn't know that females in their 20s looked up to men in their 50s, males in their 50s, for examples of full, luscious hair that these females would want to emulate themselves. This is completely ridiculous. I mean, if your hair is thinning as a male, that's what it's like to age as a male. In fact, this person could have easily chosen some other non-vegans who were born the exact same year that I was born in and have far less hair. And I could just keep going on and on and on. This is what she does. She pauses people's videos on unflattering frames and says, hey, it's the vegan diet that made them look this way. Look how horribly they've aged. Look how horrible their hair is or their skin is or what have you. And I can see why she does this because recently she made a video about one of the videos I just made about how slaughterhouses are shutting down now because of COVID-19. And in this video, strangely, she didn't do any personal ad hominem attacks. She tried to attack the video by using logic and reason and facts, and it didn't go so well. Share her thoughts about how slaughterhouses are finally closing down right now. It's the only time in modern history when this has been forced to happen. So leave your thoughts about that. Do you think, how will that affect the future of animal agriculture and food? Share this video, let people know what's happening.
And the vegans are rejoicing. They are, because they want all of the slaughterhouses to close down.
So apparently this video of mine really triggered her, these precious slaughterhouses closing down. Oh no, the horror. But one reason why I made this video is because of the rights of the workers there, who I showed were exploited just about as much as the animals are there. The workers are forced to work shoulder to shoulder. There's no social distancing. You can't take off sick. If you call in sick, you lose your job. So this is a good thing that people are not going to work and further spreading COVID-19. But let's go on, because this video of hers is just full of nonsense information. Like, here's the recommended foods that she says you should look for in the markets if you can't find your precious slaughterhouse meat.
Freeze-dried spleen, freeze-dried heart, freeze-dried liver, freeze-dried adrenal glandular, freeze-dried kidney, freeze-dried pancreas, all of that.
And I gotta ask, why are you using my video content for the entirety of your video here? You played me for a few seconds at the beginning and then you hit pause and left it for like 7.5 minutes. Next time, film your own video. Don't use my copyrighted content to monetize your videos. I'm not giving you consent to do that.
And I do think that the average person could probably go a long time, years even, on a lower meat diet.
This might be the one true thing I've heard in all of her content. Yes, you can get by on a low or no meat diet in the long term and be healthy and thriving. This fall will be my 10th year as a vegan, and as I'll show you in a second, I'm doing just fine.
But I just wanted to reach out to some of the ex-vegans, the people that have already, done their time on an extreme, restrictive. You went out of your way to have no animal foods for years and years.
I mean, that's just complete BS. There's nothing extreme or restrictive about eating a balanced, healthy, whole food, plant-based diet. I mean, I'm eating a more diverse range of foods now than I've ever eaten in my entire life. And just to call our diet restrictive and nonsense, you're just making crap up. I mean, do you have any medical reference, citation needed, brah? And let's look at the position of the largest group of health professionals in the world, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, and they clearly state that vegan diets are healthful and adequate for people in all phases of life. So please, show me your proof here that the vegan diet is extreme and restrictive.
And now you realize that you actually need these things, and that would be the worst time to go ex-vegan, or to realize as a vegan that it's time for you to go ex-vegan, and you go to the store and there's no meat. Like that's absolutely a nightmare.
I mean, this is some extremely confused thinking, calling people ex-vegans to describe people who are going to the market and can't find meat, so they have to go vegan. No, they're just going vegan. They're not going ex-vegan. Going ex-vegan means you're not vegan anymore.
And sometimes it's just not about just the taste, or I just want a burger for the taste. You actually are not trying to backslide in your healing process after veganism. No one wants to start healing, especially low iron and anemia and all that.
All right, this is just complete nonsense. And now I see clearly why she specializes in just attacking people, ad hominem attacks. Because once she starts getting into the realm of like facts and evidence and science, it all falls apart for her here. Let's talk about vegans being low in iron. I mean, my last blood test was from July of last year, so I was a vegan over 8 years. And check out my whole iron panel here. It's all solidly strong, all solidly within the reference range. And by the way, get a look at those extremely high B12 levels too while you're at it. And if you want to see the rest of my blood tests, they're here for you all to see. I'm low in nothing, deficient in nothing. Just pause it and have a look at it. And furthermore, if you're vegan or plant-based and you're really concerned about getting a little more iron in your diet, there are plenty of iron-rich foods that you can eat. It's not that difficult.
Only to go to the store and see there's no meat and then end up, reverting back a little bit, backtracking into that vegan feeling, that vegan state of low iron, low brain function, brain fog.
Low brain function and brain fog. Please, really, let's see the evidence-based citation that supports what you're saying here. It's not like the position paper I showed of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics where they said, yeah, vegan diets are healthful and adequate, but you'll have brain fog and low brain function. They didn't say that because it's simply untrue. Once again, you're just completely making stuff up, which I'm just seeing nothing but that in your videos. And talking about like low brain function, how come you're still in my content? You should have all this brain energy. You should be making and filming and recording your own original video content. That takes a lot of work, I know, but you're not doing that. You're still in mine and just pausing it and speaking over it for the entirety of your 7-minute plus video. So at least I have the brain energy to make videos. And I find it really hypocritical that this person whose primary goal on YouTube is to find video and photographic images of vegans and make fun of them on their visual appearances. Well, it's so hypocritical and convenient that this person conveniently hides themselves almost completely from their YouTube channel. I guess she can dish it, but sure can't take it. But let's try to dish it a tiny bit here. I dug up some live streams of hers, and she has a really low resolution camera, so it's pretty difficult to really make out exactly what she looks like. But you guys comment down here. What do you think? A lot of you guys commented in a previous video that you thought that she was wearing a wig, which is super ironic because she's the one criticizing vegans for having their hair fall out. So anyway, I don't understand why people follow content like this. She even has a Patreon page. I mean, people really pay to see these just make-believe, nonsensical attacks, ad hominem attacks, freezing video frames and saying, oh, look it, they got older. They don't look good in this freeze frame. I just don't simply understand why people follow this nonsensical, non-factual, complete misinformation. So vegan deterioration, if you're watching, if you think what I've been saying here is just completely untrue, misrepresenting you or misrepresenting veganism, I encourage you, let's have a debate on a live stream and we could talk one-on-one, person on person, and you could show me your evidence. I'll show you mine. We'll have a logical, rational discussion. It won't be a fight or anything like that. And we'll see who actually has the best information about vegan diets. All right, so contact me and I'd love to make this happen. So anyway, guys, leave your questions and comments down below. And let me know what you think about these kinds of channels. Like I said, I don't really like to make response videos about them. It causes drama, but just sometimes they just need to get called out, and I felt like this was the time. So leave your questions and comments down below. Hit like, share this video. Until next time, guys, let's keep it vegan.
You've got me spinning circles, spinning round and round, spinning till I'm dizzy, falling to the ground. You've got me spinning circles round